Libra, welcome to your end of year reading for 2021. We will look at what's in store for you from now across November into December to the end of the year as it draws to a close. What a massive year it has been, guys. So challenging, absolutely. So what we've got here, we've got tarot cards here. We've got 5 positions. I'll get to those. Oracle cards times 3. And an overarching tarot energy. So jumping in, that first card out, Libra, was Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising and you are the Oracle, Libra. I love this energy for you because it says that you've been going through a process of awakening this year, and the Hierophant tells me that, your overarching tarot energy tells me that. So there's a sense of you really discovering your true essence this year, and it kind of coming to a bit of a head at the end of the year. Maybe you are realizing your true spiritual nature. Maybe you are awakening, having a political awakening. You're awakening to truth in the world. Maybe you're beginning to work with your intuition and to feel in it and into it and trust it. Pillar of Light says that you are going through some form of the ascension process. If you're not familiar with that, you can Google it, but it really is about spiritual awakening as you begin to release, you know, the what doesn't fit for you anymore, the dense energy, the crumbling of the old systems within you, outside of you. You become a vehicle for more truth. You become a vehicle for more light. And when you do that, you are able to live in alignment with your truth and attract in the people, the circumstances, the experiences that are a true vibrational soul match for you. The next oracle card out was the Crumbling here, Libra. What are you clinging on to? This is very much the Tower energy of this oracle deck, and it really says to you that the old is crumbling. So when we're going through these levels of awakening, it can be really uncomfortable and confronting because the structures, the systems, the beliefs that you may have had that may have been true for you in the past maybe are not true for you anymore. This is about, you know, what kept you stable and secure in the past. You're an awakening to the fact that that is actually not where true security and stability lies for you. So in the past, it might have been about following that well-worn path, you know, okay, I've got a plan, you know, I've got an education, I've got a job that I'm going to be in or career for the next 10, 20 years, I'm going to buy a home, have a family, and then all of a sudden awakening to, you know, wanting to do things in a different way, or realizing that that career is not going to bring you happiness, or you know, something like that. And all of a sudden, we're heading in a different direction. So the Crumbling says that there is something that you might have been clinging on to that is releasing from your life and having you go in a new direction. And it is going to be a little bit confronting, but we have to trust that this is a card of alignment and the universe aligning you to a greater sense of truth. It does not surprise me then, Libra, that your overarching tarot energy is the Magician, because the Magician is you stepping in to your master alchemist power as the co-creator with the universe, with God the divine of your own life. You have everything that you need within you to make it happen, to embrace the new, to crumble the old, and to live in alignment with your truth. The Magician is also this card of, you know, it's an inside job. As you raise your vibration, as you realize your true spiritual nature, as you begin to trust your intuition, you know, you really begin to vibrate on a higher and different frequency. And when you do so, you know, your external reality changes and reorganizes in alignment with that. So what comes your way? Who comes your way? Opportunities that magnetize towards you are going to be different as well. So I feel like you're going through that process. Beautiful energy. The energy of the Magician is making it happen too. It's like it's time to make things happen. Things that you might have been holding back on. Now is the time for some final action here. Now, your yogic path card is Manipura. This is the navel chakra or the solar plexus chakra in the energy system of the body. I just pulled this for Gemini as well. And this chakra is associated with your sense of personal power, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth. So it says to me that, you know, you might be making some leaps in that area. Maybe it's something that you have been challenged with before, but as you kind of step into this magician energy and step into your power, you are really going to be able to hold your boundaries more. You're going to be putting out a much more self-assured and confident energy, and that is also going to really change your reality. You might want to look on YouTube for some meditations that you can do for strengthening this chakra. Really embrace that beautiful sunny orange or yellow color in your environment and the clothes that you wear as well, to really like call in the vibration of Manipura. Let's move on to the tarot. I have 5 positions here. I've got your energy, I have got the situation that you're dealing with, your biggest challenge, advice, and I have your outcome. So it's no surprise again that you have the Hierophant as your energy here, Libra. This is a Taurian energy as well. You might be surrounded by a Taurus. But as an energy, the Hierophant is about going your own way and discovering truth, your spiritual truth, and going in alignment with it. So for example, the Hierophant is about, you know, reassessing your values. Generally in the first part of our lives, and that first part is a loose term because for some of us it's up until, you know, maybe early 20s. For other people it's the midlife crisis. Other people it can be actually later on. It's this kind of reevaluating of the values that were passed on from parents, from society, from systems, and realizing that maybe they aren't our truth because they were values that we were taught to live by, not values that we felt compelled to live by in resonance with our soul frequency. So you're going through this awakening of your truth and wanting to make changes, or feeling compelled to make changes, to go in your own direction, in your own way. And, you know, that really can be very, very confronting because it's stepping off the well-worn path onto the road less traveled. This is about breaking tradition. Like I said, maybe not getting that university degree, maybe pulling out of it to go your own passion project way, maybe deciding that you don't want to have a traditional relationship, you want to do things differently, you want to live off grid, you want to do something creative. That's the energy that I'm seeing in the Hierophant. It comes in with the 10 of Swords, so it says that through going your own way and breaking tradition, there are also painful endings and confronting endings that come along with it. We might need to disappoint others. Others might feel betrayed. You might feel that you are disappointing others, disappointing your parents, because you are going in your own direction. But you know, what are you clinging onto? It is time for some doors to close here, for that light to come through. So I feel like, you know, you could be looking at some crumbling, some endings. When we go through these levels of awakenings, sometimes relationships complete. Sometimes we can no longer do the work that we have trained for because we realize that it's not our calling, that it actually drains us. Yeah, so there is some kind of completion through that awakening that you have been clinging onto, that you thought was your stable and your secure. Right, I better get moving. Got 20 minutes on the camera, guys, so I talk quite a bit about those ones there. So the biggest challenge that you have, 7 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. 7 of Wands is interesting because this is actually my card as a reader of universal alignment. So it's really saying, don't cling on, fight for, struggle for, battle for what is not in alignment anymore. So this is it's asking you to surrender. It's asking you not to fight that fight anymore. This is the card for me of swimming upstream, going against the grain. The cards are saying that it's time for you to move into ease, flow, surrender, and receivership. All the beautiful energy of the 6 of Cups. It's time for you to move into your personal harmony, Libra. You know, not the harmony of others. You're going through some kind of return to innocence here. The 6 of Cups is that feeling like, you know, when you were a child, before You know, before we got, you know, weighed down with like ego desires and like systems and schooling and, you know, you have to do this to be successful in life. Just getting back to that purity, that pure, innocent essence of what it means to be a happy human being. So I feel like when you release this kind of like sense of clinging to the old, things are going to start to grow and flourish and bloom for you in a different type of way. Your biggest challenge, 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Yeah, your biggest challenge here is, okay, well, what direction now? I know that the old is crumbling. And quite often when we go through this process, we know that the old is falling away, but the new hasn't arrived yet. The new path hasn't revealed. And that can put us into a hermit phase where we're feeling a little bit lost, lonely, and isolated. So you have to accept that sometimes the new path doesn't reveal straight away, but keep that high vibrational energy, keep that positivity, because you've got the 9 of Pentacles here, which says you're actually in a really, really good energy. This is an energy of success. So it really says to me, if you keep in that energy, then, you know, you will find your way. You might be weighing up some options, weighing up some directions. If so, don't let emotions be the thing that blinds you. Really make sure that you see the big picture. I can see your Queen of Swords energy coming in next, which it's asking you to make sure you see the big picture. Do a pros and cons list. You know, and also follow your intuition, but we don't want to be led by emotions when it comes to these kinds of shifts in our lives. But 9 of Pentacles also is this energy of self-sufficiency and independence and going your own way and actually being able to do that without needing the help of others. So it says that you've got this new path, you can do it, you can make it. Your advice is Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords, Gemini, and your major arcana here, Libra. So as the Queen of Swords, this is saying it is time for you to see the big picture, move towards your truth, and that is what's going to bring this sense of justice and karmic balancing to your life. And the Knight of Swords can be associated with like fast movement and progress. So I kind of feel like there could be a bit of a leap in progress. I also notice how the Knight of Swords is kind of like, you know, almost like fighting back on this part of the reading. There could be like the old could rear its head and kind of try and pull you back in because it's the safe, it's the secure, it's the known. So just keep in mind why you started this journey, and sometimes it's, you know, it's for spiritual reasons, spiritual awakening. We're not in control of it, but you know, there could be a bit of needing to push back on the past or on people that are questioning you. Oh, why are you quitting that? You know, why are you doing that? Why are you taking that risk, or whatever it is? You may need to protect or defend that in some way. So that's the Queen of Swords for you, and it's about you coming into the power and looking towards the new now. So in your outcome here, Libra, we've got King of Pentacles. Now that's Taurus energy again. So there could be a Taurus that you are getting advice from. It could be somebody in a position of, you know, spiritual position, spiritual teacher or something like that. We've got the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. So this says that the stress, there's some kind of stress or tension being released through this process. You've got the 10 of Swords, you've got the 10 of Wands. So we are dealing with completions and crumblings of the old. The King of Pentacles can be about trust and commitment. It's saying trust the process. You will find a greater sense of security and stability down the track. The King of Pentacles can relate to home, to work, and to money. There could be a completion in that area as well, you know, based on this kind of awakening. So let's grab one more clarifier for the outcome here. The universe, yeah. So I feel like you're going through a personal process and it's going to lead to some big completions for you. The universe, known as the World card, is the last major arcana, and it talks about huge karmic completion. Like there's a whole chapter of your life that is ending, and I think it has something to do with the place or home that you're living in, or your work situation is going to to complete. The universe is a card of victory. It says that this is a victory for you because you then get to move into the chapter of the new, the chapter of alignment, and, you know, understand that, you know, there is universal timing for that to happen. So there is, you know, victory in knowing when to close doors that were closing anyway. So huge karmic cycle ending, a whole new era beginning for you into 2022, guys. So I am going to leave it there. I really hope this resonated for some of you. It is a general reading and an energetic pattern that I'm reading, so you'll need to apply it to your life, and it may or may not resonate for you in its entirety. Drop me a comment if you're called to share. I love interacting with you there. Like, share, hit that subscribe button would be really amazing. And I will be releasing the 2022 tarot wheels either towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So look out for those, because that will be, you know, the energies unfolding from this reading into next year. So guys, I will see you back here for the weekly readings very soon. Do take care. Bye for now.